Hi everybody, and welcome to this short video on Facebook audiences. So I'm just going to share with you a few things that I do when I choose an audience for my Facebook ads. Now I use Facebook ads both in my day job and for the businesses that we have. So I've learned quite a lot over time, but there's still more to learn, I'm sure. And there's probably some of you out there that know more than me, but just as a real basic, there's two things that I want to share with you that you need to be doing when you choose an audience to make the most of the money you're spending. So first of all, you really need to know who you're targeting, who your target audience is. So I'm just going to share my screen and show you what I do first of all. So when I start by choosing my audience, I need to know who am I actually aiming at in terms of, is it a male or female or both? What age are the people? What's their marital status? Are they parents? And if they're parents, what age are the children? Or if it's a location, is it a whole country? Is it a town or a city with it, or is it within a certain distance of a certain location? Maybe if you're doing an event or a workshop or something. So these are real basic stuff. Now obviously that is still quite general in terms of your audience, because if you're selling clothes, for example, you might want to aim at females aged 18 to 30, but you don't know if they're actually interested in shopping or fashion or the type of clothes that you're selling. So you need to do something which I think is even more important, and that is to find out where those people hang out on Facebook, find out the pages they follow, the groups they're in, the people they follow. So you can actually hone in on very similar businesses, or even just find those people. So for example, if it's a parent, maybe not so much of a parenting page, but it could be a famous mum that people follow, for example, Kate Middleton. So what I do next then is I will try and brainstorm and think of the pages these people follow. Now, if you're like me and you're not a parent of primary school age children and you want to target those, then you need to be asking parents of primary school children what pages they follow, who they follow on Facebook, why they follow them, what is it that interests them about that particular person or page. So within my day job, we run events, and they're all online at the moment. So we do a lot of Facebook advertising, and we have different types of events. Some are Christian, some are not. So for example, we have an event specifically for Christian females. So these are the pages that we came up with when we sat down. Now there's probably loads more, but these are ones that you can actually target. Now you will find when I come on to show you later that you may come up with a longer list, but you can't always use them all. So these are ones that we've chosen and that we can target. So again, Christian men's event. It's a Christian men's event called Run the Race. So it's all about endurance. So we've, as well as obviously Christian influencers, we've got some non-Christian, or maybe they are Christian, but not as, that's not how they use their influence. So we've got things like Bear Grylls, Usain Bolt, Lewis Hamilton, so other people as well as these Christian male influencers. So then we come down to mums. So there's a whole list here of pages that mums, or if you're looking for parents, maybe under 11, all these kind of pages. Now, I've not heard of a lot of these people because I don't have children in that category. People like Annabelle Carmel, Sprinkler Glitter, have no idea what that's all about, but apparently parents with kids love that page. So again, just ask the people that you're trying to target, ask them what pages they follow, what pages they're hanging out on. Don't try and second guess, because if you don't know, you don't know. And we can use these then to when we come to create our audience on this really useful tool that Facebook have given us called Audience Insights. Now you'll find Audience Insights in your ad manager, and if you don't have a business Facebook account, you really need to get one. Just business.facebook.com. It doesn't cost anything, but you can really build and look at your ads here in the back end, as opposed to just the front of Facebook where you may post and then boost that post. So under business tools, you find this Audience Insights. Now this is a really useful tool that I discovered a while ago. So we can start to build our audience here, but we can actually build it in such a way that we can hone in on some of these pages. So the first thing we do is obviously put in those basic things that we need to know. So it could be the location, the age, the gender. Further down here, you've got your things like your relationship status, parental status. So these are all the extra things that you can hone in on, those actual specifics of the person you're trying to target. But then you can use this section here called interests, and this is where you can really go to town on using some of those people that you've highlighted. So you could just, obviously here we do have general interests, so you could just choose just general things that you think, okay, so maybe shopping and fashion, and it could be fashion, say clothing, and then women's clothing. But women's clothing, it could be Billabong, or next to Marks and Spencer's, or a high-end a label. So really, this isn't really it is helping us, but it's not helping us. So instead of putting women's clothing, what you could type there is, say for example, if you're looking maybe higher end or slightly older person, you could type in Marks and Spencer's, which is a chain store in this country. Now I've actually chosen employer, so that's the wrong one. Let's go back here. So if your brand is like a high street brand, don't be afraid to target them. So then what this shows us is all these people that follow Marks and Spencer's page on Facebook. It also shows us other pages that these women follow. So we've got other pages like Chic Soul, the Mint Gillette Boutique. We've got Clinique. So it's obviously showing. We've got Nordstrom, Amazon Fashion, H&M. So there's a variety of things that you've got here. Kate Spade, she's obviously a higher end person. So you're actually starting to drill down a bit now onto more specifics. So from this list here that I've got, again, you could type in, so you want a Christian, you think, oh, I know, I'll type in the Bible. You type in the Bible. Well, but the Bible doesn't always mean the Bible, which I know sounds really crazy, but it can be things like, it could be the Motorcyclist Bible, or the Bible of, oh, let me think, you know, the baby Bible or something. So it's not necessarily going to be a Bible. And you can see from here that from the other pages that people who like the Bible or have the Bible as an interest, there's not actually that many Christian pages on here. So you've got the odd one or two, but majority are not. So that's actually saying, well, if I target the Bible, I'm not actually maybe going to hit the audience that I want. So maybe going for something like YouVersion instead, which we all know and love. You're actually targeting, you're probably targeting Christians, and then you come to this here and it tells us again pages that these people like also, and you've got a lot more Christian pages and influencers on here. So that's a far better tack to use than to use the Bible. And also then what Facebook will do, the same with a lot of these other pages. So if we go up here, let's choose another Christian person, for example. Let's choose Harry Joe, for example. And the good thing about a list is if you made a list, you can copy and paste. You won't forget anyone. What will happen then is when we run our ad will actually go to these pages, if you like, and it will target our ad at the followers of these pages. So in effect, we're pinching other people's followers for the purpose of our ad, which I think is really useful, really valuable tool. So like I say, if you've got a brand, if your brand or your product is like another high street brand, don't be afraid to target them and get in there and pinch some of their followers for your advert. So that's just really brief overview of what I do when I choose an audience. There's so much more to it. There's far more ways that you can create audiences, and you can things like lookalike audiences. There's far more that you can do. But the great thing is once you've decided on your audience, you're happy with what you've chosen, and there's no limit to the number of people or pages that you can put in here, and you'll find your interests go up or down, your audience size go up or down according to how many pages you put in. But also another great thing is you can also see the activity of these people that you choose. So you can see, have I got people that click on ads? So here is your ad click column here. So this says that you've got a good number of people that will click on ads when you target them using that audience. And again, you've got the kind of devices that people use. And then over here, you've got your demographics. So again, it's saying how many women, how many men. You may want to tweak it slightly to get a better percentage of men or women. It's telling you their relationship status. So again, a lot of these are married and a lot of them are women. So if that's really what you need, married women, then that's a great audience. And then what you can do is you can save that for when you want to come to use it for your ads. So if we call this, I'll call this summer promo, and you can save that. And then you can find that in your audiences when you come to create your ad. So it's all there, it's all saved. You haven't got to try and remember what you used. You come back here, come to your ads manager, you come to audiences, and that is where you will find that saved audience. In just a minute, here we are, summer promo. So it's all there. It's told me I've potentially got 1,100,000 people in my audience that it will try and target. So that's all ready to be used when you come to create your ad. So I hope you find that useful. I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. But really, preparation is the key. Drilling down onto who you want, the pages they follow, where they hang out on Facebook, and using those to your advantage to create an ad that will have the best possible reach for you. Thanks for watching. I hope you found that useful, and if I can help in any way, then please let me know.